Hello everyone. Welcome back to Performance Racing League, PRL. I am Hoop BK. We got some midweek Tier 1 action for you for the first time in a little bit. My apologies to midweek Tier 1. I've had a bit of fun with midweek Tier 2. I even hopped back into the cockpit last week at Silverstone. But happy to be back. Also hosting the lobby, which was a bit of a nightmare to set up for the very first time. But we're going to try to get everything back to where it is supposed to be. See a Sauber on track first. That's Airborne Tiger. Should have a full field. In a little bit, at least. So you get everything set up on the back end too. We are checking. And then hopefully in about 5 seconds we'll go on board with Airborne Tiger. For a lap around Circuit of the Americas. Up the hill to turn 1, massive climb, probably the second biggest on the calendar. And it's pretty much a blind apex. Super wide, so many different lines, means it's always chaotic on lap 1. Downhill, turn 2, into the S's. Keep it at 7th, very nice. Downshift to 6th, and then probably 5th or 4th for this one. Keep it in 5th. Kind of winding through these elevation changes and kind of S section. In the big heavy braking zone. Tight corner that you have to get right to maximize the exit. And it's a long straightaway with DRS. DRS opens there. Already pretty low on battery here. Airborne Tiger braking at the 100. Able to get the car slowed down. We'll kind of get into this stadium section. Very easy to lose the car here. Turning and getting back on the throttle. You'll see a lot of moves into that corner. And then this kind of triple apex, almost, oh no. It's almost Turkey-like, which we'll have a Turkey back on the calendar pretty soon, my understanding. Through the final corner. DRS and 132, we'll call that 132.8 for Airborne Tiger. See if I can get Avs back in here. Kitten Petter said something in the chat. Said he managed to hit the 2 buttons on his controller to get him to come out of the pits without applying a setup. So congratulations. That takes a lot of talent, actually. Yeah, I would like to congratulate you on your ability to do that. He's too hungover for this. We had... What different cars hop to the front? It's Corey at the top of the board now in the 131s. Followed by the Aston Martin duo, both reserving of FBI Agent and Psychotical. Making their PRL debut. Welcome. HK to the top of the board, 131.6. Had a good run recently. A lot of traffic here. Everyone trying to get... I guess everyone's completed. A Heavy Chalice and Echo Alex working on their outlaps. Chalice starting his first push lap. I think we're able to get Apps Fan back in here. Echo near the top of the standings. I don't know if we have do we have updated standings? No, that's all right. Oh, okay. But was very close to T-Stiggy before last week, and I think T-Stigs was actually pretty ineffective in Silverstone, so we're probably looking at our championship leader here in Echo Alex. Da-da-da. Echo dominated Midweek Tier 2 last season, has made the jump to Midweek Tier 1 quite nicely. Bit of a championship battle going on between him and Stiggy and a couple others. It's been a second since I've been able to look. Well, it's been a second since I've been a part of the Midweek Tier 1 race. Echo's first lap put some P11. Something to be desired. Let's see. So anyone actually pushing right now? Chalice might be. Yes, he is. Big first sector, nearly 6/10. Well, first lap also left something to be desired. Kobe is about to go on a push. He's been quite good recently, coming off a victory last week in Silverstone. Missed the split for Kobe. We'll check him out at the Sector 2 line. We also have Avs Fan and Brian B. Furzy, I'm not sure I have you on EA. So if you can add me real quick, I can absolutely get you in here. Kitten Petter locked in with the preset, apparently. Yeah, you're going to have a lot of fun with this. Kobe had a 1016 at the split line. Mine is HoopBK, H00PBK. Chalice finds a bit more time, still a couple seconds off the pace, the rear of the field. Let's see where Kobe is able to put himself. At the final corner, should be 131. And it is, misses out on provisional pole by less than half a tenth. Who else just jumped in? Avs Fan to P7, Brian to P9. Brian just represented PRL in a multi-league event earlier this week. They got a victory in that one. All right, Furzy, drop your EA in the stream chat then, and I'll see if I can get you added. So congrats to Brian for that, and thanks for representing Performance Racing League. Very appreciative of that. Kid Petter, are you going to bother qualifying? It's literally just Furzy? All right, I could do that. Can I add a friend from Can I even do that actually? Furzy, it's just my name. It's literally just my name. HoopBK. Medical car simulator. See if anyone else is pushing here. Psycho's got a little bit of an advantage. Anyone actually finding a load of time here. Got old Syrup Style trying to jump a couple spots. Comes back to the line. Yeah, he will find a couple spots. 3.5 tenths moves him to P8, just ahead of his teammate. Am I missing a way to add someone on EA while in a race? Because I don't think I can actually do that. I want to get you in here. Tips for turn 1. Don't die. I like to turn in a little bit later. Like turning in just a smidge later to get a good exit down the hill. He says don't break. Zabit has found, or just found, a lot of time, perhaps. Alright, now let's see. There we go. Gotcha. Send an invite. Sorry about that. So I got 5.5. Get you in here. Sent that invite out. And I think we're waiting on Kiwi, but let's see, Mobster's found a bit of time. He sits P6 currently. Runs a little wide, keeps it on the track though. Oh, big slide out of the final corner. He hits the inside wall. Am I 30? Like 30 years old? I am not 30 years old. Not yet. I'm taking the under on that one. I'm 27. 30 is rapidly approaching. I know, I'm like Unk status, which is unbelievable to me. Oh, this is a young man's game now. I have to pay for my own insurance and stuff like that. Inside 4 minutes to go now in the session. A lot of cars in the pit lane. They're getting ready to go for their final push, so that's why no one is on track right now. A couple of outlaps going on, though. Let's see if Chalice is pushing. Yes, he is. He's up about 3 seconds, so trying to get back into the fray here. Alex F1 is actually in P16. I was about to say the slowest car, but that's not very nice. It's going to be Kitten Petter, who's working with, I don't know, probably like 25 wings or something like that. Chalice through the final corner, trying to hop up the board a little bit. 133.1, he does jump a spot. It says Kitten Petter purple sector 1. That would be unbelievable. I'm glad we were able to make such good memories together, Furzy. It looks like all the leaders coming back out to start their final runs. Avs fan is, I think, pushing here. No, definitely not pushing. We're just kind of falling into the queue. Let's see, one of these Aston Martins is about to get going again. That's, I'm going to say psychotical. Making his PRL debut. Heads up the hill to turn 1. Sits P5 right now. 19 car field. Clock continuing to tick. Time comes for us all, Furzy. You will also one day be 27 years old and be an unk. Corey also starting a lap. Here's T. Stiggy, sits P8 in the Williams. Kind of in the back third of the season now, so championship definitely hotting up. I think that was Echo coming across the line, jumps to P6. Speaking of the championship hotting up. Oh, let's see. So Avs, that's it for him. Airborne Tiger on an out lap, trying to catch. I guess the only Haas is Alex F1, who's up 7 tenths through 2 sectors, 8 tenths. And it's super tight now between P7, P17. He finds 8 tenths, and that jumps him from the rear to nearly the front. Inside 30 seconds. Kim Petter says preset 2 doesn't feel too terrible. Not sure how it'll react to race trim. Yeah, when you have a full fuel load there. Corey comes into the pit lane. Oh, wow. Trying to keep up with who is where. FBI agent headed to the final corner as the checkered flag waves. Can he put himself on pole? No. 131.72 keeps him P3. That's it for the other Aston Martin. And Echo. And Alex. Momster is invalidated. Airborne Tiger remaining about the same. So what about Kobe? Kobe up just over a tenth. That would be enough. HK finds a little bit more. So Kobe needs to find a lot more. It will no longer be enough. 0.12 seconds. He needs about 3 tenths. Does he have it through the final corner? Kobe would not be his first pole in. He throws it away in the final corner. Not sure if he would have got it anyway, but gave it everything he had out of the final corner. Lost the car. Stiggy still on a push. We'll go to him. He's found 2 tenths and some. Furzy gets a lap in. We'll start P18. And Stiggy invalidates. And that's as, let's see, somebody had just improved. I think it was, yeah, JD joins his Ferrari teammate. And jumps to P7. Haha. If you're able to pull that off, like, intentionally, I'd be really, really impressed, JD. Start with a little Ferrari 6.7. Furzy, all I can tell you is that these cars are a little bit louder than the Formula E cars. That's also just a guess. Gonna wait for everyone to circulate now. Please, please let it be over. Please let it be over. We're gonna have the full 3-minute wait time after I already start the session too late. But here will be our grid for today's Grand Prix. HK is on pole position. Kobe Plays will start next to him on the front row. FBI Agent and Corey will start on the second row. And with Psychotical P5 in his debut. Echo Alex in the Ferrari. JDJ also in the Ferrari, good 6-7. Airborne Tiger, Alex, Mobster, top 10. And then we have Andy Wu, T-Stigs, Avs Fan, Brian B, Old Syrup Style, to the top 15. We have Zabit, Heavy Chalice, Furzy, and Kitten Petter. The P in Kitten Petter stands for preset. The Red Bulls looking to recover. Williams is as well. Oh, am I supposed to, as the host, I can't ready the, I can't start the session as the host and also a spectator, right? Let's give everyone now 2 minutes. Be interested to see what the strategy looks like for this one. The hards can go a long way. They can go a long way. The one stop is certainly the way to go here. I did a practice race earlier in the week, and I think I pit at a safety car on laps probably 6 or 7, and took the hards the rest of the way. So you could probably do like a soft hard. So it's interesting to see what everyone decides to do here. Overcast, so maybe a little bit harder to fire up those hard tires, but I think this means wear is just super, super low for these compounds. So something to keep an eye out for. Everyone's afraid to ready up. But yeah, I was like, I'm scared. I don't want to do it. There we go. Now I can hear the beeps. Yeah, I was like, wait, if I'm the host, I can't start it because I'm a spectator. What's going on here? 19 cars take to the grid for our formation lap. Let's see. Everyone on mediums. Andy Wu. The Alpines actually go on hards. That's Wu and Kitten Petter. That's P11, P19. So no one takes the bait and starts on the softs. I think medium hard, probably the way to go here. Literally everyone except for the Alpines, which I guess is realistic, right? Go to position change. You know, that's the way I roll. So Kit Petter's strategy is to fall away from everyone else on the hard tires. Here, now what I'm gonna do is when I'm reading the stream comments, I'm actually gonna be like, all right, we're getting word from down on the pit wall, and Alpine's saying, considering a hard to soft strategy here. So Alpine considering the hard to soft, which would be fun. It's something different. I like something a little different, something to mix it up a little. HK, our pole sitter, brings it back around out of the final corner. I don't remember how many corners there are. Sometimes I have a track map next to me when I do these, and tonight is not one of those times. The pole sitter's grid box is on the outside, something to keep an eye on. I think it'll be pretty easy for Kobe to just kind of send it up the inside. You can go probably 6 cars wide into turn 1, but a lot of different lines means a lot of room for chaos. Waiting for Furzy and Kittenpetter to pull up to the rear of the field. Just one DSQ out of 19. Congratulations on getting to your grid boxes properly. HK waits for the light sequence, and it's 4, 5 red lights. The revs are up, and we are underway from Texas. Yep, HK cuts to the bottom to cut off Kobe plays. We'll have the inside line into turn 1. Kobe sticking around to the outside. They are nearly side by side. The turn in, leaving each other room as we head towards the S's. Corey there as well. He's had a good start and got it by FBI agent. So see the field get through the S's. Don't see any major incidents. HK able to hold off Kobe through the first sector. Furzy trying to pick his way through the field already. Just a handful of moves, actually. FBI is going to get back around Corey as we head towards the back straight. Big wobble there for the Mercedes driver. That's going to bring Psychotical right to the rear of him. No DRS on the first lap. Already dumping battery to see if he can join his teammate. A lot of side-by-side here. Alex Momster, Airborne Tiger at the tail end of the top 10. Momster up 2 spots, Airborne Tiger down 2. So we kind of pick our way through the slower speed section at the beginning of Sector 3. Still a lot of movement here in the midfield. Stig has gotten by Wu, and Wu trying to hold off Avsfan is going to run really wide. He's going to lose a spot, possibly another one with a McLaren and a Mercedes all over the rear. DRS will be enabled at the back straightaway, say on this lap, but not here. So after one lap, the top 7 have remained the same. There were a couple overtakes that were then nullified. They canceled each other out. It's like PEMDAS or something. But Momster is up 2, Airborne Tiger down 2, Zabit up 3, so is Furzy. Andy Wu, the big loser, on lap 1 on the hard tire. Airborne, Brian, and Syrup Style are down 2. To get to the back straightaway, wow, we saw HK getting all the way to the inside, trying to kind of, I don't even think to go defensive, but to see if he can break the slipstream. It's almost like IndyCar. And you're watching the Indy 500 and they're just kind of weaving around the front straight, trying to break the slipstream. Already our first penalties coming through. Track limits, we'll see a couple of 3-second penalties. I don't think we'll see anything crazy. A lot of going wide, possibly cutting the corner in the S's. But other than that, should be able to stay pretty tidy. FBI agent turns in the fastest lap of the race, taking that honor from HK just moments after he had reclaimed it. Takes us to lap 3. Echo slips by Psychotical to break it to the top 5. That's the Ferrari driver. At this point, I can't confirm, but tried to extend his championship lead. Great start for him. Like a bit of a moment for Mobster. He's all over the back of JD. This is P8 looking up at P7. Brakes at the 100. A couple of different lines through here. You have the patience to get back on the throttle without spinning the car. Kobe's going to get close, but not close enough. A couple of close, but not close enoughs. Look at this, nearly 3 wide into the heavy braking zone. Abs fan comes out P12. Zabit and Furzy still side by side, weaving their way through this stadium section. Furzy going to try to send it up the inside. Not quite close enough. Brian is also there in the V car. Quite close behind. HK takes us to lap 4. He has Kobe plays that FBI agent in tow. Echo to the inside of Corey. See if he's going to be able to pull it off. Not quite. So fall back in line here. Won't really have any overtaking opportunities through the S. Psychotical here as well. I come back to this. Oh, great helicopter shot. Look at that. Director is odd one tonight. See HK at the top of your screen. Once again, getting to the inside. We're just trying to break the toe. FBI agent. And here we go. Echo. DRS overtake to the outside of Corey and moves another spot into P4. Whew, Furzy and Zabit, a bit of a touch. I think Furzy tried to do a little up and under, gets into the side of Zabit, gives back the position. Trying to get spots, so we just fight the car a little bit through the slower speed sections. HK takes us back to lap 5. So the top 3 are about a second and a half clear. But Echo has found his way to the front of this queue. Doesn't have to go super defensive into turn 1. So now able to look ahead more than look behind. Hasn't broken DRS or anything. But a good sector here could put him a bit closer to the top 3 and a bit further from P5. JD is leading a little group here. That's Echo's teammate in P7, so a couple of Ferrari trains. JD has had Mobster all over the rear of him. Look at that, nearly bump drafting him into the braking zone here. Let's see, we might have a move for the lead. Kobe within 3/10. Is he going to get close enough? Oh, dives to the inside. Feigned like he was going to the high side. Sends it to the inside. They're going to be next to each other. Side pod to side pod. Oh, please give me a better view than that. But Kobe is able to hold him off still side by side. Great battle for the lead here, but Kobe Wow, what a send. Just licked the stamp and sent it. Bluff to the high side and dives down low to take the lead. This has brought FBI agent much closer, and Echo for that matter, within a second. HK thought about it, but will stay behind for now. Momster will finally get by JD into turn number 1. So kind of fighting the car. He's been a little wobbly today. But he will get clear of the Ferrari and take P7. That's he's up 3 spots. Here, it's actually moved back to the tires now. Oh, he's had an issue and has gone off in the S's. He's going to lose a ton of spots. So he gets 1 and will drop many, many, many more. Probably fall to the rear of the field. Yep, pulls in behind Heavy Chalice and P18. So a disaster there for Momster, but not too disastrous because he's still on the track. He's still in this race. Kobe has gone defensive. HK had the lead momentarily to the high side. And this is now a 4-car race. Oh, big moment there for Kobe, but he holds on to it. He's just going to lose the lead. Tries to get... I'm telling you, this slow stadium section, you have to be so careful with the throttle because there is no traction. Kobe felt that lack of traction there, was able to save it, but that brings HK back to the front of the field and Echo Alex to the rear of this 4-car group. He has been on the charge here in the early going. Not close enough for a move here. No moves in the top 4. Alex F1 has been clawing his way up through the field. He takes P7. He'll get by JD. So definitely had benefited from the Momster spin. Momster got by JD the lap before. It's Alex's turn to move to P7. He's 3.5 seconds back of Corey, and we've got a bunch of cars here in this train. P7 to P13. Kid Better says this thing sucks. Chilling in P19. I saw you had a spin there. Kobe, we're going to have another... Oh, if I just call out Kobe. Wow, takes a direct line to get to the apex, and he's going to lose the position there. Yeah. Maybe a little too hot into the braking zone. Just took a straight line to the apex and overshoots it. So HK back out in front. FBI having to go a little defensive now from Echo. I'll just be watching the race and just call out Kobe as we jump to Kobe plays. Little lock there from Echo. And we may have some moves here on the front straightaway. HK once again going all the way to the inside. He's going to call it out every time because I feel like you don't really see that a lot. Oh, we have a car around. I think Chalice has spun. Yep. Out of the penultimate corner. So we have a local yellow there. And Zabit will go to the pit lane after 7 laps on the medium tire. I think just trying to undercut everyone. Jumping to the hards. You can definitely take the hards to the end here. It is certainly doable. How good will they feel at the end? They won't. But you can jump a couple of spots here, especially considering how tight the field is in the midfield. Oh, we've got a yellow, and we've got safety car as Momster has found the wall. That was the last thing Zabit wanted to see. Yeah, an entire wing. There's nothing remaining on the front of that Williams. He had a good grid spot. It was good the first couple laps, and it's kind of come undone for him in the past 2 or 3 laps. So we are under a full course yellow now. I think this means we will see everyone come down pit lane. Everyone, except for Zabit. We'll try to recoup some of the spots. Oh, and Mobster then runs into the back of Chalice. Just a rough day for him. Lap 8. Under full course yellow as Mobster has found the wall at the end of Sector 1. HK crawling towards the pit lane, and he will go. So we'll... pretty much everyone. Maybe a late call for Alex, but he does get there. I expect... like, the entirety... oh, we've lost Furzy. And Zabit gets a drive-through for speeding under the safety car. That's rough stuff. Oh, yeah, we lost Furzy, and he's stayed out. Let's see. Get back in here. Get back in here. So everyone except for the ghost of Furzy and Zabit, who will have to serve a drive-through. Oh, did your stuff... I was like, I sent you an invite, but I'd say you're on the sub-optimal strategy now, Furs. Oh, man, and Zabit has been DSQ'd now. That's unfortunate there. I wonder if something weird was happening with his Delta, because that's happened sometimes. You're just like, it's like, yeah, I'm following the Delta, and it's like, actually, you are going to jail, bud. You know how fast you were going? My speedometer said 55 miles an hour. But also my speedometer is broken. Come around. Probably have another safety car lap, which is good for Furzy. Let's see if I can pull up anything from Tier 2. Perhaps the oil can is streaming. Well, I can see where the oil can is. I see 6th through 10th. Can I see the track map? Does Rescue have a track map? There it is. They're on lap 13. I think there's a Haas leading. Kittenpetter calls it quits in the pit lane. And honestly, understandable, because that thing was probably just awful to drive. He will take his P18 instead of P19 and dip. Understandable. Have a good night, Kittenpetter. Furzy still leading this race. Did not come into pit. My guess is he's going to try to extend a bit. Perhaps we'll see a medium to soft for Furzy. We'll have the safety car in this lap. And Furzy, the only driver on worn mediums in the entire field, will crawl around Sector 3. He'll have HK and Kobe Plays just behind him. FBI agent, Echo Alex round out the top 5. I'm not sure I could say that one on stream, but so just but that is quite apt as Furzy leads the field back to green. You don't need to see the tires. Everyone else is on hard tires. There's one new medium tire in the field, and Furzy on the scuffed mediums is still holding on to the lead through a corner. Did have a little bit of movement in the midfield. I think it was Airborne Tiger, maybe Avs fan and Andy Wu. Andy Wu on the mediums. He's the driver on the fresh medium tire. Good helicopter shot. HK knows his time is coming. Whew. Much later on the brakes than Furzy. But he's going to have an awesome run. Down the back straightaway. Might not be close enough. He's going to dump some battery. Not close enough for a lunge. But maybe it's just a traction battle. If you can get the tires heated into the correct window, I can possibly just make a move in this section. It's real close to the Red Bull. Racing Bull on Red Bull battle. I know they're two different teams. One of them is called Racing Bulls, obviously. And that V-carb runs a bit wide. It's going to cost him some time and some momentum. Could bring Kobe back into this. Runs a bit wide again. DRS will be enabled this lap. Not in this section, though. So it'll be sheer strength and willpower to make an overtake into turn number 1. Andy Wu trying to get his way back through the field on those fresh tires that dropped a couple spots in the restart. Top 6 have pulled away from Alex F1, leading a group at P7. Psychotical had been hanging around the top 5 and just dropped a couple of spots in the pit lane. Probably because it was a double stack with FBI agent under the safety car. So lost a bit of time, lost a couple spots. Kobe Plays is going to get by HK. Says, you're taking too long. Let me get a run at him. So I go onto the... Wow, all the way down into the red. Side by side still. But Kobe will keep P2. Oh, I see bits of the Alpine flying off, and that's Andy Wu has picked up some serious damage. As we get another, we got to move for the lead. They are side by side through this triple apex corner. Unbelievable. Furzy still holding on to it. It was going to make Kobe take the high side. And it just didn't work out for him, but Furzy will get the 3-second time penalty as he cuts the final corner. Yeah, bad day at the office indeed for the Alpines, and Andy Wu misses the pit lane. If he was even aiming for it. Still side by side, Furzy on some real scuffed mediums, giving everything he has to hold on to the lead, but Kobe is going to get clear as we go through the S's. Really fighting back. Not making it easy for the guys on the fresh tires. A bad run out there. HK is going to take advantage of it. I think the dam is breaking. FBI agent looks to be next. Tucked in. Ooh. I think he thought about making a move to the inside and almost got into the back of the Red Bull. It's going to be nearly a slam dunk here. Both drivers will have DRS. See if it just gets a better run out. Has the inside. It's going to break later. Dive through, cover it off. And FBI agent moves to P3. Echo Alex looks to be next. Kobe has taken advantage of this, able to get by Furzy before the S's and has pulled a second lead. About 1.1 seconds on HK. Yeah, that first safety car was not great timing for the Alpines who started on the hard tire. Their strategy has been destroyed. Furzy comes to the pit lane. 12 laps on the mediums. He's going to go hards. And Wu, the other driver on mediums, I think just trying to hang on for a safety car. Missing an end plate there. Kobe, HK, FBI, all within a second of each other. Now Echo, P4, and Corey just behind. Stiggy has fought his way past Alex F1 for P6. Psychotical in the mix as well. And a line of cars from P6 to, well, P15. HK might have a look at the lead here. Yep, big overspeed, gets to the inside. Slam dunk overtake. Hit on the brakes. And HKR pole sitter back out front. Corey has fallen away from Echo over the last sector or so. He's fallen to essentially the front of this train. Alex gets by Stiggy on the exit of that triple apex corner. Really high speed, tough on traction. So it must have been a good move there for Alex F1. He's going to leave himself open. Well, he's actually pulling away a bit into turn one. Oh, a send there from JD to get by Psychotical. Wow. Door was open. He took it. Went to the inside. It's going to be side by side through the S's, though. Neither driver wants to give. JD's going to end up in front as there's a little bit of contact. They both went wide. Psychotical says, this is ridiculous. Just take the spot for now. So big lunge there, but it pays off for JD. It was more of a back out or we're both going to crash kind of deal. Momster to the inside, no, outside of Asfan, trying to take it around the outside. They're going to be side pod to side pod. DRS flaps open. A little bit of ghosting there as well. We're having a constant yellow in Sector 2. Someone tell that Marshal to put his flag away, please. Put the flag away, sir. The early goings of the back half of this race, lap 16 of 28. HK throwing his signature move, trying to break a little bit of a slipstream. So in the top three, they're all together, and Echo really clawing his way into this battle. He pretty much ran the exact same time as HK last lap and was about 2/10 faster than FBI agents. So trying to make this a four-car dance at the front of the field. Kobe gets a 3-second penalty. Penalties will start to come into play here. And as I say that, multiple pop up. Yeah, it's about that time. Everyone's going to start getting their third strikes here. Bit of a bunch up. Look at all this. Just about 10 cars line to stern. As Ken Petter says in the comments, could throw a blanket over P6 to P15. T sticking to the inside of Alex F1. He will take the spot. So Stiggy now leading this group. It's really the position you don't want to be, but also you just want to break free from all of this. There's just the pace difference would have to be ridiculous to break free. JD has shown his willingness to make an aggressive move. See if he squares up Alex F1 into turn 1. Look at that. Just a train. It's like one of those trains where I used to live in Nashville, Tennessee, and there were a lot of level crossings in that city. So anytime a train would come through, the train would be way too long, and they would stop at whatever warehouse, and roads in an entire section of the city would be unusable because there'd be a train sitting on the tracks. The train looks a lot like P6 to P15. If it was a Friday afternoon, forget about it. Rush hour, plus none of the roads can actually lead anywhere. Disastrous. Old Syrup Style gets by... Oh, wow. Okay. Syrup Style, Heavy Chalice, and Mobster really going at it here at the back of this train. At the caboose. The McLarens of Avs fan Old Syrup Style starting to fall away just a touch, but could remain in sniffing distance of that group. So we'll keep an eye on that. Echo Alex has brought himself well into the mix. He's within half a second of FBI Agent as HK leads the field to the line for lap number 18. 11 laps to go. Kobe has a 3-second penalty. Doesn't matter. Let's get the lead. Let's get the lead, he says, in the kick salver. They're going to be side by side as he overshoots the exit just a smidge. But he will hold on to the lead. Yes, Ken Petter, there is a point for fastest lap. I'm trying to think if you have to score, if you have to finish in the top 10 to actually earn the point. I know that used to be the case, at least. I don't know if it's the case anymore. Yeah, had to finish in the top 10 to get a point for the fastest lap. DRS zone here. 3 cars will have it. Kobe will not. He gets all the way to the bottom. He's going to kick up some dust. HK dives to the outside. Will take the high line into the heavy braking zone and will move back into the lead. Kobe placing his car in the middle of the track. Left just enough room on either side. Dared him to be brave. And HK makes the move back into the lead. Alex makes the move back into P6. Getting by T. Stiggy. They will probably continue to go back and forth until one of them screws up. JD, Psychotical, there as well. Not too many overtakes as everyone's just kind of stuck in the dirty air in the DRS train. Sort of a can you hang? And hope the car in front of you makes a mistake. I make a mistake by missing a move for the lead. Both of the cars were dead sideways on the exit of 2, but HK will hold on to the lead. Kobe must have tried a move again. Did not work. So I get to him. I get the camera to him, but both of them, the rear has stepped out. And HK holds on to the lead. Kobe, P2. I feel like Kobe's had a pretty good run recently. He's going to be fighting that 3-second time penalty, which at this point will drop him to P4. Something will have to change there. Something will have to give. Looking back at P2, Psychotical and JD are going at it for P8, but HK will hold on to the lead for now. Let's see if they're side-by-side or anything. Must have been a side-by-side out of the previous corner. They're starting to fall away. I say, oh, excuse me, pardon the yawn. Say fall away. They're still within half a second. Got the Ferrari hooked up to the rear of FBI agents Aston Martin. And he moves here. Kobe thought about trying to stick some wheels to the inside. Did not quite get there, though. Oh, I see Psychotic will get it to the inside of JD. This is for P8. They'll leave just enough room on the outside. Stiggy is also trying to get by Alex. These two have already gone at it a bit today. Switching through this section, but Psychotical will get the better of JD this time. No moves at the front. Can Stiggy get by Alex? He does. This is for P6. Big puff of smoke as he locks the front. Big braking zone there. The field has kind of broken itself up. Two packs. Was a good rapper, by the way. And a couple of stragglers. Including Furzy, Andy Wu, and Corey all by himself. Just 5.5 seconds behind the top four, but also 5 seconds ahead of P6. So a very lonely race for Corey. More penalties coming through at 8 laps to go. Kobe just hoping that those around him will also start to pick up penalties. He's won 3 of the last 4 races, looking to make it 4 of 5. But he's going to need a lot of things to go his way over the final 8 laps here in Austin, Texas. Don't know if it's going to be close enough, but we'll give it a look. Not quite. Is Echo out? It's going to be close enough. Also, not quite. Go to Brian B., who has a couple penalties to his name. He is tucked in behind JD. Well, he looked a lot closer the other camera angle. Oh, somebody has gone off. That's Chalice. Gone quite wide. He's going to lose some spots. Let's actually go look at the pens real quick. 3 seconds for Kobe. And then in that big gaggle of cars, Psychotical is 3. Got 6 for JD and Brian, 3 for Airborne, 3 for Old Serve Style. I think we lost Chalice, but he may have just retired from the session. His car's ghosted. Let me see if I can get him back in real quick. Oh, as I do that, we have a big collision at the front. This is a move for the lead. They got side by side. Oh, wow, look at this. FBI is going to try to take advantage of this and move into P2. They are side by side under braking. I just had to hit pause and all hell breaks loose at the top of the field. Kobe and HK gone side by side into that braking zone before the DRS zone. And HK got ushered wide. Kobe got a terrible run out. FBI was side by side. Couldn't make the move. That brought Echo really close to FBI. Also couldn't complete the move. So it all stays the same, but we took we had quite the adventure getting there. All right, can I pause again and try to get Heavy Chalice in here? I now have about 900,000 people in my EA list. So that's cool. I also don't see him. All right. Rough day for the Alpines. Rough day for the Red Bulls. Six laps to go here. Oh, big moment there from the salary. You saw just 2 cars ahead. I think Kobe's starting to struggle a touch with the tires. This group has started to break up a little bit. Stiggy, Alex F1, and Psychotical getting a bit further away. And JD trying to hold off Brian, Airborne Tiger, and many, many more. Which equals 2 in this case. I think Avs fan just sit there and pick up like 3 or 4 spots just from keeping it clean. He sits P12, but could be looking at like a P8. Brian to the inside of JD, at least looking at it through the final corner. It's gonna might put him in a tough spot into turn 1. No, gets on the battery, is gonna get to the inside. JD's gonna do a little up and under. Be nearly side by side as they head down the hill. But Brian will take P9. They are equal on penalties, so this is a battle for position. It just might not be P9 at the end of everything. Airborne Tiger now, this is all even footing, and I had jinxed Avs fan as he has picked up 3 seconds of penalties as well. I'm sorry. Commentator's curse strikes once more. It remains undefeated, honestly. 5 laps to go. Haven't had too much movement up here. Only when I have paused. Only when I have gone to look for invites. We have a couple of moves. Brian and JD. I think Brian ended up off the track for this, though. Trying to hold on to the position. He may have had some help getting off the track. Avs fan dropping spots to Furzy. I think Momster as well, maybe? Yeah, that has the DRS. Try to do a bit of a slow in, fast out down the front straight. Not going to be close enough. I say that, he's going to send it to the inside, already turning in, and just kind of batters him out of the way. That was from... We are in Texas. I think he started that move in Arkansas. Furzy. It's by Momster, who I guess runs wide and loses a position to Absfan as well. So Momster was, like I said earlier, was in a good grid position. Had a good start. Came undone for him pretty quickly. Echo Alex tried to... Oh, door got closed on him. Tried to sneak along the inside to get by FBI agent. Was not going to happen there. Oh my gosh, we still have so much movement back here as everyone's fighting for these spots. And pretty much everyone has 6 seconds worth of time penalties, so... Like, it's on. Furzy is trying to... He's gone really aggressive here late in this stint. He's trying to go around the outside of Brian. Is he going to pull it off? It does become the inside. He does get clear before the left-hander, and Furzy moves up to P10. Wow. Oh, Mobster's going to come down the pit lane. And Furzy got by JD as well. That was a turn 1 move, so he's really been picking his way through. He's on 5 laps, fresher tires, so he's been stuck for a little bit, but in the last couple laps, he's finally been able to pull off some moves. Get his way up to P9. Let's see how the pens affect that with 3 laps to go. HK still at the front of the field. I think Echo knows the battle is for P... Well, yeah, this is a battle for P2 at this rate. So he's going to wait for him. Kobe gets to the inside. HK goes off the track. Goodness. So I think there's no way he attempts a move. Kobe gets to the inside and gets by. He's just trying to run away with it now. So we come around for 2 laps to go. Has that 3-second penalty, but you're gonna race. You're just gonna race as hard as you can, and maybe someone behind you will also pick up the 3-second penalty. So Kobe Plays will lead the field into turn 1 for the penultimate time. Gotta get my second use of penultimate in there. But feeling we're going to see some fireworks on the back straight these next 2 times. Or at least one of these next 2 times. So Chalice ahead of HK. HK gaining rapidly, gets to the high side. Kobe really late on the brakes, but will overshoot it just a touch. HK getting back around to the outside, not quite alongside though. Let's see if he uses Kobe's move against him. He does not. He actually goes wide on entry to get a better exit. So left the door wide open. I guess FBI agent just wasn't near close enough to attempt something there. Let's see if FBI or Echo have anything for HK here in the final lap. As they come across the line, the white flag is out. Oh, Echo's no battery there. We can see on the wheel. Okay, kind of a defensive line at the apex of 1. Some movement in the midfield, but we have a battle for the podium positions. They are line to stern, nose to ass, rear wing to front wing. As we go through the S's for the final time, Mobster will put down the fastest lap of the race. He's on those fresh medium tires. And down the back straight for the last time, Kobe all the way to the inside. Weaves back to the outside. Let's see where he places his car. Dead center. HK bluffs in, out, late on the brakes for the Sauber. He's just going to go well off the track. HK is going to get the position, and that was the last thing the FBI wanted. As Kobe now sits between him and a chance at victory. Echo to the inside. He'll get enough room. He's going to have a big snap on exit, though. And a big snap for Kobe as well. It's going to kind of come undone for him here. Echo's just going to fight by. Kobe Plays was fighting for pride anyway. HK from pole position. A great run for him. FBI agent holds on. A celebratory spin. That causes damage to the Sauber. And Echo Alex will get P3. Kobe Plays will finish 4th. Corey 5th. Stiggy will get across the line in front of Alex. We have some time penalties that's going to affect the field here. And JD will get across the line in front of Brian. But the McLarens jump this whole trio because of their time penalties. Momster put on fresh tires just a few laps ago. Will hit fast this lap. And Andy Wu. Strategy did not work for him. 19, it's going to be 20 laps on the medium tires when it's all said and done. He started on the hards. Just that safety car came out at the exact worst time for him. He will finish P16, and Chalice will finish P17. Yeah, I saw that, Furzy. Glad we were able to get you back in. A nice comeback. Some sweet dance moves there from HK. The Brazilian on the top step, flanked by Americans. I don't know if I see this before. So race winner is HK. Mobster gets fastest lap. That is EA friend. AF Furzy gets driver of the day and most overtakes as he fights back through the field because his AI is dumb. There was no cleanest driver. None of you deserve it, apparently. Shame on you. HK, your winner from pole position. I think this is a third win. He's come close many times. So I'm going to rip through the race director real quick. And then go through the results in record time. Call me a good boy. Don't do that. Don't make me... HK, FBI, Echo, Kobe, Corey, Stiggy, Alex. Let's gonna make sure we're just going to scroll through. We're going to scroll through. Furzy made me do it, so I don't get to do the entirety. Let's see if I can I go back a couple seconds on the stream? There we go. We have the full race director. We have the full results. Congratulations to everyone who participated. Congratulations to HK for the hard-earned victory. Hard-fought victory, well-earned victory. I smashed those two phrases together. Next week for midweek, we will be at Bahrain. Make sure to check that out. Same time. Hopefully I will be here for one of these two tiers. Actually, let's see if midweek 2 results are up yet. Not yet. Unsure. All right. See y'all next week from the PRL channel. I have been Hoop BK. Love you.